Hey everybody, welcome to more. This is the last week in November, and we finished up November with a Location Pastor Sunday that was tied into our series throughout November that our lead pastor Chip did called Formed. I hope you were with us throughout that series as he talked about being formed in faith, formed in life, and formed on mission. And as he unpacked those ideas, the idea for the overall series is that we need to be formed in our relationship to Christ that then affects and forms the relationships in the world around us as we seek to impact lostness in the world around us. And so as we wrap up that series, our location pastors spent some time speaking directly to their location this past Sunday and kind of tying all those thoughts together and probably casting some vision at that location for how we might do that idea of being formed in faith, formed in life, formed on mission. As you were part of the series, you may have seen that opening video each week to the message of a potter putting their hands on the clay. That is such a powerful image that is steeped in the scriptures themselves. Back in Jeremiah chapter 18, a parable is told to Jeremiah. A word comes to him. Let me read just a portion of that to you. This is what it says, Jeremiah 18, beginning in verse 1. This is the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord. Go down at once to the potter's house. There I will reveal my words to you. So I went down to the potter's house, and there he was working away at the wheel. But the jar that he was making from the clay became flawed in the potter's hand. So he made it into another jar as it seemed right for him to do. The word of the Lord would come to Jeremiah. He would go to the potter's house. He would watch this potter working on a piece of clay, turning it into a jar. The jar is flawed. The potter reshapes it, imagines it, and turns it into what seemed right for him to do. Of course, God would go on to explain to Jeremiah that he wanted us to be just like the clay. Clay in the potter's hand. He wanted to be able to place his hands on us to shape us and mold us into something usable. That's the idea of being formed in faith, becoming or having something usable in your life that can make a difference, that can have an impact on the world around us. And so it's such a powerful thing for us to consider. At this time of year, so many people are more open to faith conversations. It's a perfect time to put into practice, particularly that week 3 message of being formed on mission. We'll have gatherings at our schools, at our workplaces, with our family, with friends, and even at church that we can invite people to. It's a perfect opportunity to begin stepping into that idea of being formed in mission, being on mission with Him. And so I really challenge you to think back through this past month of messages from our lead pastor Chip, and even this past Sunday from your location pastor, and then use those things to convince and convict you to step out into the ministry, the mission that God has called you to allow His hands to be on you, to shape you, and to mold you. There'll be some questions that'll kind of pull some of these thoughts together, because I'm not sure if you're back meeting with your group this week, or if you're taking a break, or if this is something you're doing on your own. And so these will be times for you to reflect or discuss depending on your setting, and really think about how you might step into this next month being formed by Him, formed in your faith, formed in your life, formed on mission. If I might, as we kind of close out a brief time of video and opportunity for more this week, this week we will step into December the 1st, the last month of 2023. And I think one of the things that I would share with you, challenge you with, is maybe you would spend some time investing in that idea of being formed in your life by spending some time in God's Word this month in devotion and reflection. One of the great ways to do that would be to invest in the Gospel of Luke this month. The Gospel of Luke is 24 chapters, and so it's a perfect book for you to do as kind of a Christmas, if you will, devotional time reading through the Gospel of Luke. It's such a powerful story. It's such a personal story that Dr. Luke writes of the life of Jesus. If you begin reading on December 1st, a chapter a day, you'll finish on Christmas Eve. And I believe personally that when you wake up Christmas morning, you'll have a different perspective on who Jesus is and what the celebration of Christmas is all about. So perhaps you're looking for something to do this month in that devotional life of being formed in your life. Take the time to read one chapter a day through the Gospel of Luke, reading from December 1st through December 24th, and then celebrate Christmas in a new and fresh way this year. We'll start a Christmas series next week across our locations, and we hope you'll be with us. Christmas is a perfect time for you on mission to invite folks to join you at church. And so why not take this week to start inviting some people to join you next Sunday for the start of our very last series of this year, beginning December 3rd. Can't wait to join you during more for that time, and we'll see you then. God bless.